Hello again, I'm back, and this time part 3. So I want to talk a little bit more about what I want to do with my trusts. Well, not what I want to do, what I am doing with my trusts. My trust, Sovereign Dawn Natural Law Trust, is my main trust. All other trusts are going to go under, sub-trusts if you want to call them that. And, well, I've had a long time plan, since being a little kid. Just want to serve, I want to help. I've walked around this planet, and seen good, bad, ugly, everything in between. Seen a lot of pain, a lot of misery, a lot of destitution, a lot of poverty, a lot of people that need help, and a lot of help that's not given. We've got charities around that don't actually do anything except skim money from it, if not all of it. I won't go into those, obviously. There's no point. So, like anything else, if you want to do it right, do it your fucking self. Excuse my French, but yeah, simply as that, innit? Create the alternatives. So here I am, and here I'm going to do it now. Personally, that's what I wanted to do all along, is to help others that need help. I've come from a brilliant upbringing, to be fair. For sure, I was born on a council estate, so what? It doesn't make any difference whether you've got money or you haven't got money. It's what you got inside that counts, and what you want to do with what's upstairs. And so, yeah, I decided a long time ago that I didn't really want money. I saw the trap of it all. I saw what you had to do to get it. And I pretty much turned my back on it, apart from needing to bring my family up, needing to feed myself, have a roof over my head, that sort of simple, standard thing. Been a bit of a work slave myself, pulling the peanuts when we're worth so much more. And the opportunities I've given myself, and the businesses I've started up. Yeah, I find myself in a different position now, and I can use money for the right reasons as well. So I'm going to. That's exactly what I'm going to do, because I can, and no one can tell me I can't. Now I'm going to be setting up a hell of a lot of charities, all needed, and I can't do it all by myself, of course. So I'll be recruiting, I'll be looking for help, serious help. People that actually do want to help, that can help, not people that are after chasing money. You tend to see these TikTok dancing, flipping, do as you're told, from these guidelines and all this other crap, big pharma and all that other rubbish. No, none of them. They ain't got a chance getting my stuff. Not a chance. We're talking about real help here, not fake help. And help yourself. It don't work like that. Sorry, that just has to be said there. I'm talking about these people who stood up against all this stuff and lost their jobs. They're real people that really did make a difference. The real people that do actually care. They've got heart. And you know who you are. And if you'd like to pass this on to the people that you know, if you know any of these people, please do. They'd be appreciated. I'll be taking names and numbers, email addresses, that kind of thing from now on. Getting it all set up. It won't take me long. I don't take long with anything. And I'm very thorough. So, without further ado, I just want to detail some of these charities, the startup ones that really matter to me, and give a little bit of a brief on those. So to begin with, I've got all coming under the Sovereign Dawn brand that I created, with my initial trust. So the Sovereign Dawn, House of Benevolence and Refuge. This is for the homeless, really, to provide some help for them. A place to stay, try to get them into housing themselves, those kind of thing, pretty much whatever they need in that sort of area. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we've got people living on the streets. It shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be a thing at all. You call yourself a first world country when you just leave your own people lying on the streets, destitute. How is that right in anywhere? It could be any one of us at any moment. Think about that. And think about all this bullshit that they come out with. Oh, we're helping, we're doing this, we're doing everything. No, it's all about big business, isn't it? It's all about them making profits and money, and they're not here to make profits or money. Or they wouldn't be if they weren't actually corporations pretending to be governments and councils and all this other rubbish. Check them all out on Dun and Bradstreet. You'll see. Now, so they're homeless, it's really dear to me. Always has been. I've always looked at these people. I've always sat with these people. I've always given when I can, even if I haven't got much. I don't like giving to people that are going to use it to make things worse for themselves, spend it on beer and whatnot. But what can you do? Everyone needs to get away from it for a while. But I'd rather have always helped them more by helping them, picking them up, getting them off the streets, helping them find some self-worth again, talking to them, finding out what the problems are, helping them with the problems. There's plenty of us that could do that, plenty of us that did do things like that, wanted to do things like that, but mandates and policies within companies that pretend that they care, stopping it all. It's just never worked out, has it? Well, it will now. It will when I set my charity up for that. So that's that one. Next up, we've got the Sovereign Dawn House of Benevolence and Rehabilitation. Now, this is for all kinds of rehabilitation. Again, homeless people being one category there. It's just a follow-up service really for that sort of thing, or whatever you want to call it. I can't think of the word right now. But yeah, I mean, come on now, really. We all know you only use drugs because you're hiding away from something, because you can't cope. Did that do us any good? Some people have got a hell of a lot to deal with and they need help, real help. Staying on drugs just messes you up. It really does. We all know this. Every one of us does. And it'd be nice if we could help that fellow man out there as well. So I'm gonna. No, it's not just every drugs. It's any kind of drugs really. I mean, come on, even coffee's drug, isn't it really? When you look at it, there's tons of cigarettes as well. But we're talking, stuff that really damages you. Really ruins your life. Really stops you from progressing really properly. Really stops you from having a heart, having a connection with others. Alcohol being another one. Alcohol addiction, all kinds of addictions really. Whatever it is that's making you struggle, suffer, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's another charity there. Now the next ones are all care ones. And it's a time we actually put more care back into the community, isn't it? And that's actually one of them, care in the community. I've also got plans for care for our young, because they are our young, not the young, our young, all of them. Let's go talking about that. Let's be a bit tongue-in-cheeky about it. It's not good enough. There's lots of abuse goes on in care homes of all kinds, especially young children, especially ones without parents, they're being left alone, they've been abused, they've been, abandoned, orphaned, whatever it is. It's not on. How can you sleep at night when things like that are going on? It's just not right. How can it ever be right? It's not. So we need to step up and do something about it. There's plenty of people that want to, plenty of people that did until they lost their jobs, and plenty more that would if there weren't so many government mandates, which we don't have to adhere to anymore. Not under our trusts, not a chance. It's about time we took our power back and started showing our worth and our art. So on top of that, not just the young, we've got the adults too. Our adults, our adults, we suffer. We suffer a great deal. It's not easy being an adult. It's not easy being a child. Adults have to do a hell of a lot. And it's about time they got help too. All of them. Whoever needs it, whenever they need it, however they need it. It's a great fucking responsibility being an adult. And it should be a lot easier. It shouldn't be so difficult. Life should not be difficult like this. There's so many pitfalls and traps. Whether it's money, whether it's support in anywhere, lone parenting, husband, man, wife, broken arms, whatever it is, dealing with mental health issues, dealing with physical health issues, all these kind of things. Every age range needs it. So without further ado, is another one, the elders. Elderly, I'm not right keen on that name. I prefer the elders. Elders is more of a proper term. Yeah, maybe a bit more ancient, but they are the wise ones, really. And we haven't really protected them like we should have done. I've been very disgusted at the way care homes have dazzled the hell out of them. And it's disgusting. These people are, well, what did they do for us? All. They sacrificed everything for us. And what have we done for them? Not much, really. Not many of us. It's just disgusting. And it needs to fucking change. And I've had enough. So let's get up together and help them out there, like we should do. Thank them, be with them, speak to them, That wonderful man I spoke to today when I'm just coming back home with my dog. I went into town to go to the market to buy some more fresh fruit and veg. It was closed. But on the way back, just as I almost got home, saw a guy called Ted. Wonderful guy called Ted. 85 years old. Off to see his sister. Walking stick, but what bright as a daisy he was. I had a lovely chat with him. Wonderful man. Still helping out now. Doing a kind of a dance exercise thing over at a local community centre not too far from here. And he had a lot to tell. Loves his rock and roll still. And yeah. So now the area's changed so much all around, but he's still got some get up and going in. And wonderful, encouraging other people, even in wheelchairs, to just move about and get involved and stuff, and do a little bit of light exercise. And yeah, wonderful man, absolutely lovely. So anyway, I've spoken about caring the community. Well, caring the community can be anything, can't it? We've got some services that some people that actually work for all these services. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about the people here. I'm talking about the policy holders, and I'm talking about the directors and the managers of these things that prevent them from being all they could be. It looks good on paper, but in reality, none of them are very good at all. The staff are wonderful, or were wonderful before all this went off. Now we're caring the community. As I say, it could be anything. Whatever you need. We need to know. The community needs to get involved with us. And we need to do, we've got things like cleaning up the areas and stuff like that. Neighbourhood watch schemes, policing our own. Because we don't need these policy enforcers that aren't really police, that are actually treasonous. It's malfeasance in the public office when you swear an oath to protect and serve the people, and then you go and protect others instead, and start working in nefarious ways like you do. I know the laws. I know exactly how to deal with people like that. And if it's about time everyone else did, and we don't need them, not if they're going to do that. We never did need them anyway. We don't need someone holding our hands and all like that. If you're not going to do your job properly, we'll do it for you. We do actually have some good boys that are out there. Come on, law constables and the Guardians 300. They're amazing people. So I take my hat to you. I would do it for anyone, but yeah. Yeah. So, and then the next, another one dear to my heart. Care for our veterans. Look at how ridiculously poor they get treated. Let's use them in the army for some general or some army official for things that are supposed to be patriotic, supposed to be defending us. But where's the defence? Where has been the defence for us? There is none. Come on. Let's wake up now, please. Because this is ridiculous. They're not protecting us whatsoever. It's stupid. It's about time our boys came on. And women. And stood by us. We'll protect our own. And so, veterans, they get used up, don't they? And then when they're no good, they toss them out and they do nothing for them. I've known countless people that have just been thrown on the streets, traumatised, and, legs, arms blown off, all kinds of things, just left for dead on our streets after they've served. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It really is. Protecting these generals. An army is actually there to just protect them from us. Look into that. That's truth. But anyway, enough's enough. These war heroes, these people who thought they were doing the right thing, and in some degree, they really were. But we'll go into other matters about World War One and World War Two at another point. There's a lot of conspiracy realism to go through there. It's not meant for this part because we're talking about charities. But anyway, that's a very dear to my heart, is that. We owe them a great debt of gratitude. We'd all be speaking the German, if it weren't for them. Just remember that, people. Now, next, I want to do a project called the Community Kitchen as well. This is for the people who currently haven't got any money, can't afford. We've been squeezed, aren't we? So I'd like to open up some free restaurants. We're going to start in my town, but I'd like to spread it around all towns. And we'll see how it goes. Really, see how much time I've got to do this, and how much finance I can get together quickly. See how far we can spread it as fast as we can, because everyone needs it, don't they? It's not. Everyone needs food. It's one of the main essentials. And if you can't afford it, what do? You starve. No, that's not good enough. I've got a food bank where they're trying to force you to eat bug food now, or stuff that you can't stomach, and just making you eat any old thing. I mean, tin food's no good. In fact, all supermarket food isn't any good. It's all poisonous. And they know that, which is why they're doing it. Well, it's about time we stopped all this crap. So I'd like to provide free food for those that can't afford it. Not for everybody. Those that can afford it can manage, can't they? They're okay. But for those that can't, well, like us veterans and homeless, people with low incomes, I'll feed you all for free. That's the way it is. As long as I can afford it, I'll do it. And it won't be any old crap either. It'll come from some of my other projects, which are the to do with nature and the natural world. So it's going to be, I'm going to have growing communities growing natural food, non-GMO, not herbicides and pesticides being used that are poisonous too, glyphosate that mess with our microbiome in our guts and all these other things that is a deliberate attack on us. Along with this, the other agendas we have in place, these obsoletes. And yes, so yeah, I want to take in with that. I also like foraging groups, cleaning up nature, our nature, our parks and stuff. Council don't do a good job at all. It's absolutely pathetic. And it's about time we stopped all this. We need to go out there and stop these people chucking litter all over in the first place. These are our kids and ourselves that are doing this. It's bloody lazy. It's ridiculous. We live in this area. It needs to knock it off. We also need to get some restoration going on. There's a lot of stuff needs doing. It's funny how they can manage to put all this new infrastructure in, but they can't manage to fix anything we actually want on our streets, on our actual streets where we live. Potholes galore here, not on the main roads. Oh no. And all kinds of things that we need fixing. So I'd like to get into that also. And then alongside with the growing our own, that being called the Let's Grow Together project. Yeah, I've got natural medicine and foraging project that I'd like to do as well. Foraging, identifying stuff that's already there in nature that's medicinal and has great properties that we can use for all kinds of things. Which ties in with another one, natural healing project. We don't need big farmers' meds full of petroleum and poisons and side effects galore. Nature does not give you side effects at all. You just got to be careful about your amounts, and that's it. And know what you're picking and what you're using it for. It's as simple as that. It's always been there, always ready to provide for us in any way we need it. We just need to know, again, the holistic ways, the natural ways, simple as that. And finally, for now, I think I spoke about it a little while ago, nature protection and restoration project. Again, yeah, as parks, as green land that we've got around, there's still a bit left, and we can restore that by bringing more back. We don't need all this concrete, we don't need all this rubbish, all these buildings here that these council people, it belongs to us, and they think they can sit on it and then go and sell it, like the sellers' houses as well. It doesn't belong to them. It's not their money at all. They're thieving off of us left, right and centre. It's about time we stopped it and got it back and used it for us. When I was growing up, we used to have a lot of stuff going for our kids. A lot of stuff, a lot of free stuff, as it should be, because everything should be bloody free, to be quite honest with you. Everything was gifted to us by the Creator for free. So who the hell has got any right to make us pay for anything? Well, while we need money, I'll see what I can do to provide for us and get all these things going. But yeah, boxing clubs, youth clubs, trips out, parks, getting looked after, actually, not just put up once and then some kids destroy it. I mean, these only do this because they've got nothing else to do. It's been run down so crazily. If these kids had something to do, they won't be hanging around in gangs and they won't be doing nefarious things or stupid things, demolishing stuff. Whatever it is they do, I wouldn't say something then. I'm not going to say that. I don't encourage anything negative. But yeah, so that's the main ones that I can think of right now that I really want to get into. Nature and the natural and our people, looking after and caring for them. So yeah, thanks for listening again, and I'll be back with some more another time. Thank you. Good night.